Like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat.
searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. Radiant team, ban.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. You're watching the Overpower Cup.
Dire team,
We're in the Chinese region. We have PPX against Eclipse. This is Group A. Eclipse already played one match against NBY Young, 1-2-0 with some crazy plays from their position 3 Night Stalker. We're gonna have PPX on the Radiant side. Banned so far the ban Bane,
remaining.
Razor, and
5 seconds remaining. Dire
of course,
team.
Brew. On the other side, we have a Night Stalker ban. Interesting enough, Eclipse used Night Stalker in the last game. Elder Titan, and of course, Omni. First pick for PPX. It's going to be Tiny. We'll see. Tiny these days could be played in various roles, all 3 lanes, maybe even
10 seconds
roaming Tiny. We'll see.
remaining.
Waiting to see
5 seconds
for a response from
remaining.
Eclipse. Interesting enough, they banned Night Stalker. They had an awesome game in their previous match, like I said, against
Dire
Young.
team.
First pick for Eclipse will be Clock. Could be an offlaner, could
Disruptor.
be position 4. With the Disruptor as that standard support. Good catch with the glimpse and the hook shot. Could potentially set up for some decent ganks
10
on the
seconds
Eclipse side.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Good combination. Clockwork could be also quite good defensively. Disruptor known as an aggressive support. When you fall behind, Disruptor can't really do much for you, except of course the Static Storm that can really change the fight. But he's usually that aggressive support, gives vision of the enemies, glimpse them back,
Dire team.
make a pick off, start off the fight well.
Radiant team.
Here's a Tusk pick from PPX, so we'll have Tiny and Tusk. Really heavy lineup so far. Another ban from Eclipse, and it's going to be Batrider ban, followed by SF ban on the PPX side. So far, PPX banning both Razor and SF, both good mid heroes. We'll see what they choose for that lane for themselves. Next ban coming in from Eclipse.
5 seconds remaining.
So far, they've been banning out a lot of offlaners. We see an Omni ban, Batrider, Night Stalker, so this time it's going to be a support ban from them.
Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Lycan.
PL ban, PL really picked lately. Some new builds coming out, not really anymore the Fusel Blade builds. Nowadays we have that Bell Fury into
10 seconds
Silver Edge
remaining.
build that seems to work quite well. Lycan pick
5
on the
seconds
side of Eclipse
remaining.
suggests that they want a faster paced game maybe. Lycan known as a pusher with his Necronomicons and creating his small army. Can take down structures quite fast. We'll see how PPX decides to respond to this.
Dire team pick.
There we go. It's a Jakiro pick, also a pusher, also a good wave clear with his Macropyre. He can stop those pushes from Lycan, so definitely a decent pick for PPX.
10 seconds remaining.
Not really sure how he votes against these 3 heroes
5
from
seconds
Eclipse. Lycan can
remaining.
just chase him down.
Radiant team pick.
Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter pick for Eclipse, so this is definitely going to be an offlane clock. Bounty roaming could work quite well with Disruptor, with his track and the Glimpse. They can get some insane pickoffs.
10
Glimpse, of
seconds
course,
remaining.
very big range on that skill, and
remaining.
Bounty could quite easily make some ganks happen for Eclipse. PPX responds
this
with
void.
the Void pick. This is most probably a safe lane Void, although him and Tiny can switch lanes. Both heroes can go safe lane and off lane as well. We'll see what PPX decides to do. Last bans are coming in.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm guessing some sort of a mid ban
5 seconds
from Eclipse,
remaining.
looking at what PPX already has. Tiny, yeah, he can go mid, but not really sure PPX want to put him there. I would guess Eclipse is going to ban a mid hero here. Something like Medusa, maybe, although Medusa is quite slow against Lycan, I guess, so that's not really a problem for them. Let's see what Eclipse decides to do. Taking their sweet time.
Radiant team.
Yeah, it's going to be DP ban. That here is out the windows, and let's see now PPX with the last ban. This will probably be the mid ban as well. Too many mids already banned, so I'm not really sure what's left
10
for
seconds
PPX to
remaining.
ban. Maybe a Dragon Knight. That would be an insane pushing lineup
5 seconds
from Eclipse.
remaining.
Dragon Knight would be an okay ban. They decide to ban Tinker, okay.
Dire team.
And now, what's left for the mid heroes? Outward Levar recently also on the uprise with the latest patch coming up huge in some of the games. Could be
10
good.
seconds
I could definitely see him
remaining.
being good against Lycan. Lycan goes into his shift form, you Astral Imprison him and,
Choose your hero.
you know, waste some of his time. Sniper, as the last pick, notoriously good against Outward Devourer, has tons of range on him, so easy to harass, easy to last hit, although he could be susceptible to the Tusk Jakiro roams. But with the bounty of his own and Disruptor and possibly Clockwork coming, I think Sniper will do just fine. Looks to me like Eclipse has a overall better lineup. We'll see how PPX, how can they cope with this roaming bounty, giving vision all the time to Eclipse, if they can shut him down, if they can stop Lycan pushing towers, and maybe, just maybe, if Odie and Void can get late enough, then I can see definitely PPX fighting back. Early game though, Tusk needs to do a lot for PPX, I feel. Jakiro, not sure how much he can do, but Tusk, possibly with Tiny, could be some sort of a space creator for PPX. I think he is the one to watch here if they want to get to that late game, but even then it won't be easy. PPX starting on the Radiant, Eclipse starting on the Dire side.
Prepare for battle.
No early smokes on either of the two sides. Lycan going safe lane, it's going to be Lycan safe lane, clock off, and then we have, of course, we'll have Sniper on mid. It's going to be a safe lane Void and an off lane Tiny. Something we see a lot. Tiny can buy ball in the secret shop. With the bounty runes, not really needed to go back. Sustain is there. Also, a 5-minute shrine for him works quite well. Bounty already doing bounty things, scouting for his team, trying to get some
30
vision.
seconds to battle.
Seems like neither of the two teams wants to challenge for the enemy runes, and I think we should see just a split. 2 runes each. Bounty placing a nice ward on mid that can definitely help them later If him and Disruptor can gank mid for the sniper, Bounty maybe he's gonna try to snipe this Bounty rune, and he's able to do so. Just walks away. Too bad for PPX there, but Tiny and Jakiro just went back, so they weren't able to stop that Bounty for taking OD's rune, and that means Bounty's gonna get a little bit more gold. Getting some early boots definitely will help him out. Sniper versus OD matchup, probably Sniper favorite, I would guess. On the top lane we already see Bounty roaming, harassing Jakiro, making him walk out of the lane. And of course Lycan having a free farming time. On the other side, Clock should be fine, I guess, against Tusk and Void, both melee heroes. He can zone them out with the cogs. I don't really think he's in trouble of dying here on the bot lane. Mid, Sniper already pushing in. For OD so far, Sniper 3-1, not winning the lane yet. Tiny with his tree, able to get a few last hits himself, and Bounty being as annoying as ever. Lycan is loving this game so far. 8 last hits, 5 denies, loving it. We see first Static Storm, not really enough to take down Jakiro. He's going to port to the tier 2 tower and just heal back up. Definitely the lane 1 here for Eclipse. Tiny is still there, lots of regen on him, also magic stick, so I don't think they can. Stun goes out. Will Tiny be able to go out alive? No, he won't, it seems. Last hit is coming from the Disruptor himself, and that's the first part of the support of Eclipse. There could be a kill in return. Tusk rolling in, finishing off Bounty, so all in all it's a trade on the top lane, but on mid it's a solo kill for Sniper, it seems, on mid. Like I said, OD versus Sniper, not really an OD favorite matchup. Considering the pressure that the Bounty and Disruptor are putting on top on Jakiro and Tiny, Tusk needs to move up there, leaving Void versus Block one-on-one. We see Block harassing Void with cogs, no mana for Void, so I don't think Block is in any danger here. And is probably getting more than Tiny. We see 14 last hits, 11 denies, doing quite well. Tiny 8 and 2 on the other side, so definitely a better trade here for the Dire side. Once again, Bounty roaming on mid, and once again OD goes down. There's not even a sentry ward for OD on mid, so this is not really looking good, too good, but this is good for PPX, definitely taking down Lycan, and it's a kill for Jakiro. So they're at least getting something down. Bounty just hunting those Bounty runes. OD unfortunately needing to walk all the way back to the mid lane. He's level 4. Sniper already a level and a half above him, and they're already preparing for another gank. We see Bounty incoming, as well as Clock. This is the dead to rights. Last hit for the Sniper, and he's cruising in this game. Lycan, despite that death earlier, I think he's still in a good position. Void, although, free farming all this time, and he is the one to watch for PPX. He is the one to make something happen. Lycan, again, being harassed with ice shards blocking his path, but there's also a static storm. Good throw. Is there a stun incoming? Yes, there is. Tiny with the finish. Captain needs to be careful now. He could be in some trouble. A kill in return. Bounty incoming. Finishing off Jakiro, but it's going to be a trade. Support for a support, and all of a sudden PPX is able to make a lot of problems here with this Tusk moving to the top lane. This is the second death on Lycan, definitely slowing his game down, and him as well is choosing to just walk back, not even to go back to lane. He's going to switch to jungle, and we'll see how that works for him and his team. Again, Tusk and Jakiro just harassing top lane. Disruptor can't even stay close to leech experience. Ganking coming on bot. Sniper ulti going off on Void, but he is tanky enough with that magic wand. Not going to be enough to kill him. And he's safe, probably either a shrine or go back to base to heal up. We'll see what he decides to do. Hit level 6, that was a chronosphere used, but he didn't get anything done.
As foretold.
Kill on mid, Bounty overstepping his ground, giving a kill to OD. I'm missing a lot of these, gotta say, a lot of these kills on mid. On top, Tiny having a blast of a time, already threads, magic stick and working towards his bottle, so he's loving it at the moment. Action on mid once again. Clock could be in some trouble, but nice cogs to block them off. There's no way they're gonna get this kill. They see Bounty walking over a ward, so they know he's headed towards top, as well as Clock. This rotation is fully scouted by Radiant side, and it's just a matter if they can set something up. I'm pretty sure they are aware that Bounty and Clock are both here. There goes the hook shot onto the Jakiro. He is trapped in the cogs. Tiny trying to help, but he could be in trouble himself. Jakiro goes down and Tiny goes down as well. Bounty as well as Clock creating so much space for the Dire team. Not sure how Jakiro and Tiny get caught when they see this ward on mid. And see both heroes walking to the top lane, but it is what it is.
Bountiful.
Level 8 on Sniper, almost 9.
Good.
2 levels above OD. So far so good for the Sniper, leading the way with net worth and last hits. Void on the other hand, working towards that Battle Fury to increase his firing potential. The lane is pushed out, doesn't really want to farm here, could be in some trouble if Bounty comes down here. Not going to happen yet. There is Lycan and Bounty looking to set up something top. Here goes the shapeshift. Tiny could be in some trouble, that's a good stun, but the Glimpse back, and this Tiny is hurled main. Tusk trying to help, as well as Jakiro, but now the Sniper rotated as well, and that's an easy 2 kills for the Dire side. Could potentially lead into tower push. Waving coming. Lycan already has his Helm of the Dominator and could be pushing this
Radiant structures
to
are
top
fortified.
easily. Clock taking some sweet time alone on the top lane, getting all the XP and the gold. Already phase boots, ball working towards that urn of shadows. We see 1k lead for the Dire side. So far so good. I think Sniper is really happy about his game. working towards that Mask of Madness. Already have Phase Boots, Aquila, Magic Wand. Life is good if you're a sniper.
What?
Void constantly pushing this lane out, can go back and farm the jungle. Lycan definitely transform into jungler, can't really lane against Tusk and Tiny on top. There's a setup on Void, there's a static storm, he cannot time walk that, and that's a kill on Void, that's a kill on the highest farmed hero on the Radiant side. That PPX definitely wanted to avoid, but you know what, a clock, hasted clock together with Sniper and the Disruptor enough to kill him.
Structures are fortified.
Bounty being spotted by this Radiant Ward on the bottom rune. They definitely know he's up to something on mid. Sniper pushing in the lane. Tower not really in trouble yet. There goes the track, and Sniper just putting a few shots into this tower. So far, I mean, Dire is pushing 2 towers at once. Radiant did trade, took that tier 2 tower on top, but that's pretty much it. Like his army of wolves farming ancients. So far so good. He already got the Dominator. Next, of course, building into the Necronomicons. The hasted army chasing down pretty much anyone. Bounty is going to spot out Tiny. Tiny is working quite well so far. Could have his blink around minute 40, maybe 15, if he doesn't die here. And he's being chased down. The Disruptor is there, they definitely have vision. There goes the stun, but he's glimpsed back into a static storm. And that's a dead Tiny, delaying his blink more and more. Tusk rolling forward, but he could be in trouble. You rolled too far, my friend. There goes the Sniper ulti. Together with the Wolves, this could be potentially a kill, chipping away from Tusk. 30 HP, and the Wolves will finish him. Another kill for Lycan. PPX wanted to trade there, but there's no trade to be had. Better positioning from the Dire side. Tusk maybe a bit too late, and also just snowballing far out of position where his team could not help him, and that was another kill for Eclipse, leading into the 4K lead in 13 minutes. So far so good. Looking at net worth, Sniper leading the way, followed by Lycan and Clock as well. Clock is above the position 1 Void on the other side. Good usage of this freshly bought Force Staff, but it will not help Tusk. Clock setting up for another kill. Another kill goes to Bounty, and with the track hold, that's an insane amount of gold going Dire's way. Tiny finding here Tiny under the observer board, not going to be enough to kill him, but in return, that Shuriken just finished off OD a mile away, and another kill going the way of Dire. Clock is doing an insane amount of work here for Eclipse team. Shuriken definitely, even in the last game against NBY Young, he was playing Night Stalker, finished the game. As the best, here goes the kill on the Disruptor. Tracks left and right. Tusk is going to roll into his death once again. Here comes Lycan, hasted with his minions. The army of wolves, they catch even no D, and this is just a bloodbath. Eclipse slaying PPX left, right, and center. They're gonna get the tower as well. Lycan now already a level 1, possibly a level 2 on the courier. Yep, exactly. And working towards that level 3 Necronomicon. This is not looking good for the PPX team. They're now looking for Void, and they're not going to find him. The scan is good, but Void is already out there. You see, like the warding vision, you see how aggressive wards. These aggressive wards on the dire side, they don't want to give PPX any room to farm, and Void is forced to go the only lane he can go at this point, and that's top. Still trying to finish that Battle Fury. Some 800 gold away, so he's going to have that in the next couple of minutes. But even with that Battle Fury, I'm not sure they can. OD once again getting caught by this block. Hook shot comes in. OD is dead. They're trying to finish off Bounty, but this Bounty is not an easy kill, and he's able to port out. So far, PPX can't get anything in return. Good cogs on the high ground, stopping them from chasing.
Come in handy.
Another kill on OD. OD is not crazy about this game. That's definite. 6 deaths in 16 minutes. Still the third most farmer on this team, but he's not loving this game. Tusk is having a better game than, Tiny is having a better game than him. Another dire ward scouting all of this movement from PPX, keeping tabs on what's going on. Good shuriken just to harass Tusk if anything, but maybe even more than that. Clock goes in, good hook shot. Tusk is going to roll onto the disruptor. They had enough of this pesky support. Here comes the Chrono. Enough to finish the sniper. It is. But now here comes the Lycan and his army. Let's see how much he can clean up. Good time walk from Void. There's a shrine to use. He's gonna use it to stay alive. Tiny isn't in trouble. There's Blink. No TP on him yet, so I'm quite sure that they noticed that and they're gonna keep chasing Tiny. Bot TP, but Block is like constantly hasted, man, with the tracks and phase boots. He's just chasing them down. Even having a spirit vessel now, and Tiny is dead.
I keep my enemies close.
This clock is insane. It's 24-9, and clock has been involved in 14 kills. I mean, that's pretty insane. On the other hand, Tiny Bounty on it. 6 kills and 13 assists. Loving life Eclipse at the moment. Lycan is going to finish off Roche. The first row showing down, so just the Aegis for Lycan, and you know, just extending their lead, which is 11k so far in 18 minutes. Bounty already looking to set up more kills, going for the Dagon. Creeps will block that hook shot, but doesn't matter. Also has a blink, catch up. Macropyre doesn't do really much. They're in their base, diving 2 towers, 2 hunt kills. Static Storm not really on point, but still doesn't matter. They're gonna get a kill anyway. Void's trying to defend his mid laner that's not having the best of games. He just got shut down over and over again by this Bounty and Clock on mid, and all they can do is sit in base and watch Eclipse take down another tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Middle tower has fallen.
A bit of trolling here from Clock, trapping Bounty in the cogs. Tusk trying to get something in return, but is not able to do so, and they go. Disruptor pushing in bot. We see the line drawn. Void doesn't want to give them the control of the Radiant jungle. Bounty overstepped his boundaries. This time he's gonna get bursted down by the 3 cores of PPX, and that's a bit of room. That's you know, Eclipse not having all the vision needed from that bounty for another 30 seconds. That's 30 seconds of farm if you ask PPX. Void working towards his
Regeneration.
KB. OD, I mean, he wants to be KB as well, but man, he is far away. I'm not sure he's gonna get there. Good wards on the Radiant side, putting down some more aggressive wards. They definitely saw the smoke falling all the way back to the base, not wanting to give anything to the to Dire. Dire definitely spots out this ward, and this reveals their movement, but they got the ward down. They're gonna place an aggressive ward themselves. Disruptor was in range of creeps, I believe, when he planted that ward, so PPX decides to take down that ward later on. Another free tower for Lycan, and another good quick shot. Tusk, once again in trouble. He's going to snowball out of the cogs, but not going to get away alive, and this might be a high ground push. Eclipse, Tiny is there with the stun, but can't really do much. There goes the shapeshift, and this tower is melting down. OD is in trouble, limps back. Good chrono, but he just simply doesn't have the attack speed to finish anyone off. Still working towards his BKB. Tiny is getting chased to the fountain, and Eclipse got this game in the bag. There's the Dagon to finish off Tiny. The range barracks going down, and we can just move on towards mid. This Lycan is a powerhouse, and with a sniper on the low ground, just sitting behind him, having a fun time. Bounty spotting all of this once again. Now Dagon level 2. This is done and dusted. I really don't see PPX coming back from this one. There's no way. Good Macropire, but even better Static Storm. Lycan could be in some trouble, but he still has an Aegis. He's so tanky they can't even finish him. Only trying to make something happen, but he's going to die in return. Clock is on a monster kill streak. He dies, but he immediately buys back. He doesn't want to miss this game ending. Void is looking for someone to punch down, but there's no one to be found. Aegis expires, and that's the game. GG, called by PPX team. Eclipse just dominating from the start. PPX just too much focus, shutting down the Lycan lane. He moved to the jungle and just continued farming there. That left space for Clock and Bounty just to roam everywhere else, kill Void, kill OD constantly, and you know, get that sniper to a good start. And from then on, it was just downhill for PPX. That's it. This is a best of 2, 1-0 for Team Eclipse, and we'll be right back with game number 2.
First blood.
Your middle tower is falling.
You think Kaka knew I stole his rum?
Hey, watch my head!
Hey, little buddy, it's in the bag.
XBet, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Wanna become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBet.
Everything's better with Scepter. Oh, yeah!
Radiant victory.
XBet, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Wanna become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBet.
welcome back, ladies and gents. We're moving on with the Overpower Cup. We're in the Chinese region watching Eclipse against PPX. This time Eclipse on the Radiant side, PPX on their side. Eclipse already with the 1 win against newbie Young earlier today. PPX getting styled on in the first game, looking to equalize the score. This is a best of 2 round robin group stage, so getting even that 1 win would be great for PPX. Eclipse starting off with the Elder Titan pick. PPX responds with the Witch Doctor pick of their own, and once again Tiny. Tiny that had a decent game himself last in the previous one, but just was not enough for PPX. We'll see if it's any different this time. Moving on with the bans, but Batrider pick for Eclipse. Their offlaner in the previous game did so much work for them on that clockwork. That was insane, and I'm looking forward to once again to see what Batrider brings. I believe that's June from Eclipse on the offlane. I'm not really sure because players are not using their real nicknames at the moment, but I believe that's June. So far, bans are Bane, Clockwork,
Radiant team. Dire team. Radiant team.
Brew, and PA, followed by Weaver. On the other side, we have Omni, Night Stalker, Bounty Ban. Definitely, they got sick of that bounty in the last game. As well as DK and the Lycan. They definitely don't want any Lycan this game for Eclipse either. They're gonna pick Nyx of their own, so we'll see if that means that Tiny will now move to the safe lane, unlike the past game, and Nyx on the off lane, or this will be maybe a roaming Nyx. We'll see what PPX decides to do. If I'm PPX, I'm just banning offlane heroes because Clock did so much for them in the previous game. Clock is of course already banned, as well as Night Stalker, as well as Omni. Batrider is already picked, so now you're banning like mid heroes. Warlock pick for Eclipse, a good support, of course with the Rock, huge teamfight potential.
5 seconds.
We'll see what PPX decides to do next. Pick incoming. It's going to be tight, so this definitely won't be the offlane Tiny from the previous game. He's going either towards mid or safe lane. Considering the Razor pick, Razor could also go safe lane, could also go mid. Razor against Tiny, not the fun time for Tiny, so they should avoid that matchup.
10 seconds remaining.
Probably an offlane Tide, roaming Nyx, Tiny, Ghast on safe lane together with Witch Doctor. Lots of burst potential. Tiny in the safe lane. 2 stuns with the Maledict. I think they can definitely take down this Batrider. Should also be careful about that. Sticky Napalm, of course. OD ban and the Storm ban, the 2 last bans on each side. Viper picked by Eclipse as the last pick, so that's probably going to be their mid Viper and the safe lane Razor. We'll see what PPX decides to pick to go against this Viper. A really
5 seconds remaining.
Annoying hero to play against. It's going to be a Death Prophet. We'll see how that pans out for them. Death Prophet definitely can nuke those waves and not let Viper have an easy time on mid. Good team fight on the side of PPX. I mean, you have huge ultis in Ravage and with the Death Prophet ult, but it's huge cooldowns on the other side. Besides the Rock and the Earth Splitter, I mean, Batrider, Razor, and Viper are pretty much good to go at any time. As well as Witch Doctor, Tiny, and Nyx, but you gotta be scary. You gotta be scared if, you have a Viper, Razor, and Batrider running at you at all times, and that's kind of what happened in the last game with the Lycan, Clock, and Bounty, so that's what I'm expecting once again. mention once again, this is the Overpower Cup. My name is Veer. You can find me on Twitter. It's the underscore WYRR. So, you know, drop a follow if
Prepare for
so.
battle.
No early smokes on either of the two teams. Tiny will move to the safe lane together with his supports. Tidehunter starting the game with 10 tangos and the healing salve. That's a lot of sustain on the Tidehunter, and we'll see how it works against this Razor that starts with the Boots of Speed. So he'll be static linking that Tidehunter down every single time. Batrider moving all the way around. I think this will be spotted by the Witch Doctor. They now know what's the plan for the Batrider. I believe he wanted to pull the lane, but will be unable to do so from that side, and they definitely think he's somewhere in the trees up there, juking left and right is Batrider at the moment. Two wards for the Radiant side of Eclipse. We see this bot
The battle
rune ward and of course the mid ward for them.
My goal
Dire
is a
placing
great
this
conductor.
safe lane ward just to keep tabs on what's going on that lane. Here goes Batrider, able to pull the wave and will not be stopped. Seems like Witch Doctor moving that way. DP is blocking that one range creep, not letting it pass, so he's not in the position to help, and Batrider will just pull the wave all the way back. Next, already roaming. He has a ward of his own, still yet to be placed, so we'll see where he wants to put that. Elder Titan just harassing DP. DP alone in this lane really can't do much, and I'm not sure how much Nyx can help. I mean, with the Viper and the Elder Titan hitting hard as they do, not sure this is a fun time for PPX on mid. That's why we see this Witch Doctor maybe looking to help also, but he's just going to walk back. Elder Titan with his with his spirit just harassing DP some more. And on the other hand, we see Tidehunter not getting anything done at the moment. 0 for 0. 7 and 3 for Razor, so he's having a blast at the start of this game. And here comes the initial gank on Batrider, but they can't really do much. There's 4 stacks of sticky napalm on Tiny. He should be careful. 5 now, and I mean Batrider is low enough not to go for that kill, but something like this could happen in the future. Here comes the stun. 1 stun, 2nd stun. Is there enough to finish? Yes, there is with the toss, and that's a first blood going into the way of PPX. Batrider being a bit too cocky there, maybe. Elder Titan there to steal the bounty rune. Nyx protecting bounty rune of his own. Will cool the wave for this Elder Titan. He's getting static length as I said. And currently hits for -1, so yeah, not fun times if you're Tidehunter. There's no way. He needs to use his anchor smash here if he wants to get anything. He's not hitting these creeps. Elder Titan now permanently, it seems, setting up on the top lane. I mean, he enabled this Viper to have a good game against DP. DP maybe leads in levels, but as we see, it's 11 to 4 to 5 and 1. So this Viper is good to go. Even getting a heal from the Warlock, so good times for Viper. Elder Titan once again pulling the creeps. Quite an even games so far. Although Radiant do have the lead, we see Viper, Razor both having great games. Witch Doctor doing what he can to stop this Elder Titan from stealing all those creeps. And now here comes the Stomp, going to stop Tiny. There's a toss. Maybe toss towards the tower could do something, but Tiny has a lot of magic wand stacks and he'll be just fine. Elder Titan once again, not having any damage. Razor is doing quite well on this bot lane. 17 last hits and 8 denies. We see him being almost half a level above this Elder Titan. Mix, hunting for those bounty runes. There's a DD now on top. We'll see if anyone picks that up. And with all the damage stolen by Razor, Elder Titan just decides to TP back and use his salve to regen back up. Not much going on in the early game. We'll see if maybe DP is here in trouble. Elder Titan hits like a truck with his Astral Titan buff. DP forced to TP back to base, and now we'll need to just walk back to mid, and all that time Viper is just farming away. 25 last hits and he's currently leading the way, although Tiny is there to follow him. Already threads, magic wand, must have against the Batrider, and working towards the Shadow Blade, not going for the blink, maybe possibly later. Tie Hunter must keep safe, not to get dived here on the bot tower by this Razor and the Warlock. Item pickups. So far, not much on DP. He's just getting all his items. We'll see if he decides to get the ball later, although I'm not sure he's going to be allowed to do so. Aquila on the Viper, working towards the threads. Tiny could be in some trouble. 4 stacks of sticky napalm. There's go to the flame break, another stack. He's just going to TP back to the tower. Although he doesn't have any more heals, no tank rolls, no salve, no nothing, so we'll just need to slowly regen back up. Witch Doctor takes the bounty rune, exchanging blows here with the Batrider. Batrider just goes for the bounty rune of his own, and that's pretty much it. Nyx roaming towards mid, just trying to leech some XP. Level 2 working towards level 3, not fun times if you're
Radiant's bottom
Nyx.
tower is under attack.
PPX looking to set up something once again on the Batrider. There goes the Maledict. They already used both of their stuns, so he's fine. Maybe with the Maledict prior to the stun, with the toss, could be enough to take down Batrider, but won't happen this time. We have a fight in mid. There goes the TP in the last seconds before the stomp, and the DP is safe, although forced once again to port back to base, and this mid lane is just a crushing defeat if you're PPX. We see Viper 41 and 14, with DP being only on 17 and 1, just crushed on mid lane. 2 heroes porting bottom. There's not a smoke, but it won't be needed, it seems. There goes the toss, there goes the Maledict, and Razor can be tanky as much as he wants. He goes down, good kill by Tiny. Early rotation, getting that kill, and that's another kill going the way of PPX. Razor all by himself, that aggressive, getting caught, maybe not expecting the Tiny rotation. Maybe just, you know, possibly expecting Nyx, maybe Witch Doctor, but, you know, Tiny coming in all the way from the top lane. Gets that kill. Now a big stack here in the Radiant jungle, and Tiny will clean that up without a problem, although he will be spotted by Batrider, so he needs to be careful, but he gets all the last hits anyway, and that's a really big find there by Tiny, working towards his Shadow Blade, only 600 gold away, so far Tiny doing good. Beefy getting what she can on mid, still not the easiest lane, of course, getting worse and worse. This time Viper even getting the DD rune, and this tower is dead sooner or later. Here comes Witch Doctor with the stun, there goes the Maledict, and there goes the Death Prophet that just hit level 6, using that ulti straight away, but Radiant is just going to walk away. Here comes the Stomp, and they maybe look to turn. Here comes the slow from the Warlock, and DP once again forced to TP away back to base. That is the third or fourth time they forced DP to TP away. He's not giving away deaths, but we see the result. He's level 6, and Viper is level 8. Not to mention the differences in last hits. Tiny still bottom, needs 150 to finish his Shadow Blade, and you know, with a Tiny Shadow Blade, maybe, possibly, they can get a kill on mid. Talking about mid, Eclipse diving the tier 1 tower, tier 2 tower, excuse me. This tower is gone in the with this wave, I'm pretty sure. Witch Doctor getting some needed levels on top. As I said, last hit goes to Viper, and that's the tower down. Once again, Eclipse with these aggressive wards in the Radiant jungle want to stop anyone farming there, but hopefully for PPX they can find something with this smoke. That should be quite obvious for Razor, because they don't see anyone on in the forward Radiant jungle. Here comes that Shadow Blade, stun, toss, and that's a dead Razor once again. A really good start to the game for Tiny and for PPX. I mean, generally, this Tiny is looking quite good so far. We'll see if he can transform into a real carry later in the game. I mean, against Viper, against Razor, I'm not sure if he would get kited as hell, but we'll see. Eclipse getting ready for a team fight. There goes the Stomp, there goes the Rock. Tiny is in a world of hurts. He goes down, as well as the Witch Doctor, as well as Nyx cleaning up. They maybe got too eager with those couple of kills on Razor that they can take down this tower, but Eclipse says, nah, it's not possible, and they're gonna defend the tower, possibly get tower of their own on the bot lane. All that time, Batrider on top, finishing his blink. Needs 100 gold more. All this time he's been spotted by the ward on top lane, but they can't really do anything. He's just gonna walk away, just as he is now. Nyx is going to hit his level 6. There we go. Vendetta is ready, and he is now looking to make something happen with that ult. With the Tiny Shadow Blade, definitely can kill pretty much anyone on the Radiant side. Good scan on the bot lane, sorry. Spotting the rotation from PPX, and they're just gonna walk away behind the tower, looking to bait this Viper. Seems like we're gonna have another team fight over here, although DP now is here with his ult, so this could be dangerous for Eclipse. Viper just standing in front of his team, getting all the last hits, and you know what PPX says, we're not diving that tower for that Viper kill. Here comes the smoke from Eclipse. They're gonna showcase this blink from Batrider. We'll see if the dire side expects the blink on the Batrider. Nyx is going to get spotted, unfortunately for him. Not gonna get spotted yet.
Radiant's middle tower is
This
under
smoke
attack.
could work wonders. It will expire shortly, but here they spot VP. They thought the smoke broke because of Nyx. They didn't really see DP, and now they're diving tier 1 tower. There comes the Ravage, and that Viper is dead. Now they need to be careful. Razor stealing away the damage from DP. He is dead to his rights, although Razor almost going down. Tiny is going to find a DD room. Let's see if he can do anything. Here comes the Vendetta into a stun, and the Razor is dead. This is a good trade, 2 for 1, 2 cores for 1 core. I think PPX is quite happy with that. Tiny with double damage hits like a truck, but it won't matter. Here comes the Rock and the potential to return some kills, and return they will. Warlock with a double kill, good ulti. Just took too long, and now Tiny, he's also overstayed his welcome and will pay with his life because of it. Once again, the support Warlock getting the triple kill with that golem, so a lot of gold going his way. 1500, so he could possibly start making nags, or we'll see what he decides to do. It was a good few kills for the dire side, but they just overstayed. They wanted more and more, and greed killed them. That's it. Nyx finding Razor once again. Stun Maledict with the death ward from Witch Doctor should be enough. This Razor is dead for another 30 seconds, and Razor is not having the greatest of times. I mean, farm-wise, he's looking pretty good, right behind Tiny, but this is his fourth death in 15 minutes, and PPX is doing a good job of just killing him over and over and over again. Tiny seems like he's going for the drums next. Definitely want that move speed. DP working towards his Yules.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nyx got his Urn of Shadows.
Dire's bottom
Bot tower goes down courtesy of Viper. He has enough gold to finish his pike. Good times if you're Viper. On the other hand,
bottom tower is under
Warlock
attack.
decides to go with the Urn of his own.
More fuel for the fire.
Core staff in the works for Batrider, Elder Titan working towards the Soul Ring, and Razor going for the Boots of Travel. He has an early hit into drums, so a lot of sustain already. Here comes the lasso, lassoing back Tide Hunter. Ravage available, he can toss that Ravage out, but we'll see if he wants to do so. There's the Death Ward, but he goes down with the Maledict. Yeah, Batrider is going to take down as well, and Razor is once again in a 1v4 situation here. He is really tanky with this hood, but not tanky enough. He goes down, and Viper is not in a position to help either him or his team, and that's a 4-for-1 trade. 4-for-1 trade for Team PPX. Still have some time on the Exorcism, on DP. He can push this tier 1 tower on top, but decides not to do so as Eclipse is ready to respond, so no tower push yet. I mean, considering you have DP and all the opponent's towers are standing, that's not really a good time, but all in all, it's 10-8 for PPX. Although they are 1k behind, probably because of this Viper that just keeps on farming. Finished Spike Threads working towards his BKB, and once he gets the BKB, I'm not sure who's stopping him. Tiny finished drums, now works towards that NBY. Witch Doctor once again leeching that XP. He's doing quite well. I mean, standing on par with all the other supports in the game. level 9 as well as
Take
Nyx,
that.
Warlock and the Elder Titan.
Double damage.
Tiny, once again farming those ancient stacks. On the other hand, Viper getting a kill on the Tidehunter on top will probably result into them taking this tier 2 tower. Tier 2 goes down, and we'll see if they choose to move even further. Doesn't seem so. Tiny pushes bot, tries to trade, but he needs to go away. Of course, Batrider with his blink could stop him. Tiny, one smack, another smack, and the tower is down. Good trade for Tiny, but they lost both of their towers on top, so Radiant is quite happy with the outcome. Viper just needs a recipe more to finish his BKB. Once he does that, I mean, DP can't do anything to him. Ravage is not a problem anymore. Nyx as well. I mean, at that point, you're just looking to stay away from the tiny right clicks, and that's pretty much it. Viper is going to be a powerhouse once he finishes that BKB. Nyx working towards the Force Staff on top, and seems like they would want to try and bait, expecting some sort of rotation from the Radiant side towards that Nyx, but as we can see, there's no one coming, and they're looking to find someone on mid. They see the Razor, and we saw how tanky he is in the previous fight. Diving the tower for this Razor could possibly be a catastrophe. DP goes in first. Will be spotted by this Elder Titan. They see the Elder Titan. No blink initiation for the Dire side, and I wonder if Titan spotted Elder Titan spotted them. Now they'll see Viper here. DP using that Invis he found, and here comes everything on to Viper, but he is still alive. Here comes the lasso. Here comes the good Ravage hitting all the opponents, but will it be enough? Viper goes down. Tiny is now in trouble. That Razor leaking all his damage. Tiny is not hitting anyone anymore, and everyone needs to run away from the Razor.
I scorch your name in the
DP
book of the
will be
dead.
able to run away. On top, Witch Doctor and Tidehunter able to finish off Elder Titan. And all in all, it's a 3-for-1 trade. Pretty good for that smoke from PPX, and now it's 13-10, although still 1k lead or less for the Radiant side. We'll see if maybe this Tidehunter can make this into some sort of a mid-tower push. Not by himself, but possibly with teammates. No, he's just going to go back. Tiny survived that last fight, that's great for him. Has the Yasha, only needs the Sanch for the full item, and we'll see how it goes from there for Tiny. Nyx looking to punish this Razor that's once again being really aggressive all by zone. We see the Dire team moving in. There goes the hit. Here comes the Tiny with the stun and a toss. Like I said, he is tanky, and with the heal he's going to survive. Warlock could be in danger here. Good stomp by Elder Titan. Here comes the Batrider with the lasso onto Witch Doctor. That ward will definitely take care of Warlock as well as Elder Titan, and another 2 kills for them, and it's still not over. Good use, going to stop Batrider from running away. He's in a world of hurt, silenced, and bashed to death. Another kill for PPX. And all because of this Razor standing on top. They wanted to help him, they did. He goes out alive, but they paid with 3 lives of their own. They even spotted this ward going down, so that's going to be 100 going in the way of Witch Doctor, and of course denying the vision from the enemy team. PPX, gotta say, doing much better in this game than in the previous one. Nyx just harassing Viper some more. Stomp won't hit him. Viper, I think, has the recipe for the BKB on the courier, so he has that in the future fights, and that could be a big changer in this future team fights. Another smoke coming in. Warlock could be in trouble. Dishes out the rock, so that's good. Here comes the Splitter with the stomp, but the Earth Splitter misses. Batrider has lasso on the Tiny. Tiny is dead. Good death ward, finishes off one and does a ton of damage to Viper, but he will stay alive. Witch Doctor is dead, so there's that. They will not chase this DP because Tidehunter is there to help with the Ravage, and it will be a 3-for-1 exchange, this time in favor of Eclipse. Early gem for Viper, so they can deal with Nyx easier.
Invisibility.
Razor is working towards the BKB of his zone, and we'll see how that works. Spotting out Tides here on the high ground, possibly can set something up. He has a gem, he will spot Nyx as well, so I think Radiant is quite aware what's happening here. Yep, they spotted Nyx. Nyx is probably dead, although with the 2 force staffs he goes pretty far away, but still doesn't matter. With the lasso, they have the control, and with the, of course, Viper and Razor, there's the damage as well. So Nyx goes down. Early jam pays off, and they can now turn this into a power push on the bot lane. They're picking out this ward. Yeah, they took down the ward. Or it expired, I'm not really sure. They definitely knew the ward was there. Anyway, it's not there anymore. They're gonna push this tier 2. Tiny, on the other hand, once again, split pushing as well as he can. Going back to farm the jungle. So far, pretty good game. Way better than the previous one, where Eclipse just walked over PPX. Now we see a much better game from them. Tidehunter having a really good game. Only 1 death, 12 assists, 2 kills. Working towards that blink. Already has a mech. Pretty good game for him. DP is recovered somewhat. He had a horrible laning phase, and now phase boots used. BKB working towards that Shiva, so he's looking way better than before. Another smoke movement. They gotta be auto smokes pretty soon, I would guess so. But another smoke, and all of their smokes resulted in some kills so far. Radiant scanning for Roche because they didn't see anyone on the map, not even defending this bot lane. So they're expecting something. We see Batrider all the way in the trees up here. They know something's up, but can't really pinpoint where it's going. Nyx, will he be able to see Batrider in time? No, it won't. Good TP out. Batrider is safe with his team. And now they'll shove on the top lane. Definitely a good job of avoiding that smoke from the Radiant side. Another smoke coming in, and we'll see if they can find Eclipse this time. They're all standing on the high ground. They have pretty good positioning, not wanting to give anything up. Razor could be in trouble, as well as Elder Titan. In comes, yeah, definitely. Viper definitely saw Nyx there, broke his smoke and saw him there, as well as Tiny, and they just saw each other and decided, nah, we're not taking this fight here and now. Just walk back, everyone, chill, go farm, all is good. And yep, basically that's what happened. No one wanting to fight at this point, although Eclipse still expecting Team PPX to be somewhere around there. Now they're gonna push out and see that There's no one there. Roche is up and still not a single. This is the first Roche, no Roche attempts yet, 28 minutes into the game. We'll see how that goes. T-Toss for the last hit by the Tiny. Not successful. We'll just move away. He's working on a BKB of his own. Next, spotted by the Batrider. The jam is now on him. Good BKB, so to stop any Carapace or any help coming in for Nyx, and that's another pick off. Nyx goes down, and now, with possible wards down, they could attempt Roche or could attempt to push this mid tower, which is already below half HP. Should be an easy takedown for this Viper and Razor. They're gonna glyph it, so we'll see if Dire decides to fight this. There's not yet a blink on Tidehunter, so any initiation by him is just walk in Ravage, which will not happen. And Tiny doing tiny things, once again split pushing, doing the best he can. Now TP back and look to set up something with his team. Gem purchase for the Dire side as well. So now looking to find some boards. We see a deep board here from the Radiant on the bot lane, as well as the Roche board. If you're Dire, your map is pretty dark, I gotta say. Not a single ward on the map, and now there's this one. Pretty defensive ward here in the bot lane, but that's pretty much it. Tidehunter trying his best to finish his blink, some 600 gold away. And now Tiny working towards that crit, the Dells. He will be hitting for a ton of damage with the incoming BKB, I'm guessing. He finished that. We'll see. Radiant pushing the top lane. Razor finished his BKB, working towards his SNY. Not much happening with Warlock. There's the Urn of Shadows he finished a while ago. Has a bit of gold. He can do something working towards maybe an axe or a Force Staff maybe. We'll see what he decides to go. BKB on the Batrider, of course used once, down to 9 seconds with the last kill on Nyx. Elder Titan freaking BKB is all over the place, man. Everyone's got BKBs as well as Viper. He's now working towards that Orchid, so there's that into play. Nyx, I believe, being spotted here with the jam on Batrider, definitely. He's just going to walk away. Razor was on bot lane, so Batrider didn't want to initiate anything while his carry is not there. But now we look to fight. Tidehunter is just standing there, taunting them to go in, and go in they will. Good use, but not the silence. Razor pops the BKB, pops the static link. He will start to drain this Tidehunter. Took his 140 damage, but that's pretty much it. Dire able just to walk back and disengage, and with the BKB charge on Razor down, they're the ones actually looking for something now. But Razor is all the way TPing all the way back to the base, and they won't give any fights to Team PPX. I mean, they could just walk into Roche, I guess, but with another smoke, they're trying to find another kill. Batrider hasted, popped the BKB. He can now blink someone, blink in BKB. Lasso onto that Prophet, but not really doing much. He's seen not in the position to help him. That's pretty much it. Expanded Lasso, so with all that into account, Radiant Tower on mid goes down, and that's some free gold for Team PPX. Pretty equal game so far. 4K lead for Team Eclipse, but that's pretty much it. interesting enough, neither of the two teams yet interested into taking down Roche. No wards around the Roche pit either, so Roche is not a point, not an important point in this game. That's it. Eclipse not wanting to let go of this tier 1 on top will force PPX to go back and farm some more. Tiny constantly on the other side of the map from his team, constantly trying to split push, and he's doing really good. He was working towards his BKB, but he definitely decided to go against that and pick up a Daedalus. Working next, want to pick up that AC, so no BKB on Tiny. We'll see if that has anything to... Will that have any effect on the late game?
Regeneration.
Whole dire team just sticking together as before. Nyx, of course, scouting with his Vendetta, not finding anyone on the bot lane yet. Could possibly find Elder Titan if he decides to stick around and push out this wave on the bot lane. Warlock just constantly standing behind his two cores, behind Viper, behind Razor. He's there to throw the rock, throw the heal if needed, fatal bonds, and you know, if anyone's in trouble, there's Warlock to help, level 14, so still some way to go to that level 3 golem. Will be finishing his spirit vessel, so no agonyms on Warlock yet. Talking of supports, Witch Doctor on the other hand started building towards Rod of Athos, but decided to go against that, and now DP farming mid. He's working toward Lotus Orb for now. Once again changed his mind and wanted to go for the Shivas, but he decided to go for the Aeon Disc instead. The new item, we'll see how that works for DP. Definitely stopping the Radiant team from bursting him down, and we'll see if it pays off. Definitely an interesting item that we'll see more and more in the future. I'm pretty sure once teams figure out how to use it and when to build it. Good use this Blink KB Comfort. There goes the lasso, but there's the Aeon Disc dispelling all that, and now he's able to walk away. Good silence, but it won't help. He gets bursted down. 157 damage stolen by this Razor. They cannot stop that TP from Tidehunter as he DPs back to base. They lost their mid, lost their DP for the 60 seconds, and we'll see what Radiant decides to do now. Maybe it's Roche time. It's definitely Roche time. Straight up into Roche pit. Viper, Elder Titan start chipping that away. Definitely spotted by the Dire side, this ward at the Roshan pit, exactly that ward, and are looking to fight it. DP doesn't have his buyback, so this is a 4v5 fight. Razor just goes in, starts leeching damage from Tiny. 100 damage less for Tiny, and they did some damage on Warlock, but that's pretty much it. Lasso back up, Nyx getting flushed out, but this is a great Ravage, hits on 5. Can they make anything happen? Yes, they can. Viper goes down. Razor is next. Tiny just punching everyone around. Goes into Shadowblade. There's a toss available. This Batrider is in a world of hurt. Can he get away? Yes, he can with the Firefly. Flies over the cliffs. And another 2 kills for the Radiant side. Nyx goes down, as well as Witch Doctor, and pretty much an equal trade near the Roche fight, and this Roshan still unkilled, just sitting in the Roche pit. No one's interested in you, Roshan, at least this game.
Great conductor.
Tiny did a ton of damage, even though he got static linked and Razor took around 100 damage from him. Still a lot of damage dished out by this Tiny. Still working towards that AC. As we can see with the Daedalus, 1000 crit to clear the wave. Once again a fight here, no BKB for 2 more seconds on the Batrider. He's gonna pop the BKB anyways, and it will be enough to save him, but now Elder Titan could be in trouble himself. The whole Radiant team is here, and Dire does not want to pursue that. Instead, seems like they're the ones now looking to get into the Roche pit. Or not. Sorry, Roshan, for getting your hopes up. But Razor finished that SNY, now looking for pressure rope. Lasso once again on Nyx. Nyx has been on the Batrider's radar over and over again. Razor goes in. Tyler tries to TP, but that's not something that the Witch Doctor can do. DP is now in trouble. They're chasing him down. Aeon Disc is up. So there goes the spell, but will it be enough? Earth Splitter goes away, but the Flame Break pushes him aside. Doesn't matter. Razor doing a ton of damage in that fight. 3 kills for the Radiant side. Buybacks not available for any of the heroes on the Dire side, and with the Golem, Razor and the Viper, this tower is going down. Golem with that 3 toss dead, but still. Viper standing on the high ground doesn't have a care in the world. Tidehunter just walking around is getting chipped away. He has the Ravage, Blinken Ravage. Here we go, hits on 4 heroes hit. Here comes Tiny. Can they burst down this Razor? Yes, they can. Viper pops the BKB, kills Tiny. Tiny bought back. Viper now diving for that kill, and his BKB is over. He's gonna get stunned. He's now in trouble. Left by his team is dead no matter what. And all in all, Dire able to stand their ground. Melee barracks. Just around 600 HP, they're gonna regen back up, so losing only a tier 3, I mean, it's a big deal. Eclipse can now focus the shrines, but that's pretty much it, considering they were, for longest of times, in a 2v5 situation there, Tidehunter and Tiny. I'd say that's pretty good. And now with the 2 core Z, Razor and the Viper, they're now looking to take Roche. Of course, Tiny bought back, so Aegis and Tiny would be great for Team PPX. Batrider as well as Elder Titan nearby. Here comes the slow from the Warlock. He's slowing everyone down, and they're just harassing BPX while they're finishing this Roche. Agonizing Bond, Fatal Bonds going down. Is he able to steal the Aegis? No, he is not. Good attempt by the Batrider. We see how much damage that the Bonds did from the Warlock, but that's pretty much it. Blinken and BKB from the Batrider, not able to steal the Aegis. Tiny has it. That pretty much resets this game. Still, I mean, 42 minutes later, still only a 4K lead for Team Eclipse. A much closer game than the one before. Just to remember, this is a best of 2 of the Overcup Group A in the Chinese region. There are of course EU games, but that's on the program sometime later. Nyx once again bursted down. This BKB, Razor shutting him down. Viper got bursted down as well, but he's going to buy back immediately. and now the chase is on. Witch Doctor trying to escape. No escape for him. DP in a world of hurt. He's gonna get taken down. Use to extend his life a little further, but I don't see this DP going out. Tiny able to finish that Razor. Razor buys back as well. DP staying alive for the longest of times. Tiny goes down, and now with the age is gone, still no buyback. This Tiny is dead, and that's no Tiny for 5 minutes, excuse me, and this is a go-go sign for Team Eclipse to march down the mid lane, top lane already pushing in. This is good times if you're Eclipse. Razor already chipping away on that melee barracks. He's going to steal away some damage from Tide. And this could easily be game, because I don't think there's anything PPX can do without a Tiny for 85 seconds. So they don't care about the side lanes, moving straight up for the tier 4s. This is game. There's no way they can defend here. There's no Ravage. Tidehunter trying to stall the game. He buys back immediately. DP is alive in a couple of seconds. There goes the lasso. Nyx goes down once again. He buys back as well as the Witch Doctor. Everyone just going down. DP is alive in 4 seconds, but there's no exorcism for him, and even with the DP alive, I don't think they can stop this push. The last tier 4 goes down. There's a Spirit Siphon onto Viper, but he pops his BKB, and now they're gonna turn. BKB popped by the DP, as well as the Aeon Disc. 30 seconds until Tiny comes back. They're gonna stop chipping away from this Ancient. Razor needs to be careful. He bought back as well as Viper. If they go down, that could be a problem for Team Eclipse, but instead Tidehunter goes down, and they are not interested, neither DP or Nyx. They just start hitting the throne, and that will be a 2-0 for Eclipse. Buybacks, a big team fight won. Tiny goes down, and that's pretty much the game. Much better showing from PPX. Had a decent game this time. He had definitely ways to win it, but in the end, both Razor and that Viper were just too much for the Dire side, and that would be Eclipse closing it out with the 2-0 score. That would be their second win of the tournament, of the cup. Won against Newbie Young earlier, so far so good for Eclipse. We're going to a short break, and then we're coming back. Stay tuned.
First blood.
Your middle tower is falling.
You think Kaka knew I stole his rum?
Hey, watch my head.
Hey, little buddy, it's in the bag.
XBET, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Wanna become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBET.
Everything's better with Scepter. Oh, yeah.
Radiant victory.
XBET, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Want to become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBET.